after the first. Now, I absolutely loved Human Revolution. It was like this perfect mix between Cyberpunk and Blade Runner, all built on a legendary old school franchise.
I never asked for this. If you want to make enemies, try to change something. It's a time of great innovation and technological advancement.
So Human Revolution was about the introduction of augments and how humanity reacted to them. These rich and powerful people getting these super expensive augments. Ah! I can see everything! Oh! Was that not freaking awesome? Was that not freaking awesome? You know it was, buddy! Oh! Ow! 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 What are you doing? No! Don't take my glasses! But now Mankind Divided portrays these augmented as the poor dretch of society, oppressed and mistreated. This massive flip came after the events at the end of the first game, which had all the augmented go wild and attack the general populace. And I guess it's assumed that the rich Aug suddenly had all their assets and rights seized by the state, while the general public now sees them as threats and untrustworthy.
Sit down right there.
Naturals only?
Sit down right there.
Did we not learn anything from racism? I'm crouching like a motherfucker on this. I'll shit all over this.
So now everyone who is augmented is pretty much being forced into camps and designated zones while having their rights trampled. This sets the stage for Adam Jensen, who is now working for a special international joint anti-terrorism task force hidden under the city of Prague to prevent anything like the first game from ever happening again.
Right now you need to concentrate on Miller and find a way to access the innocence of other.
We can do this!
This game gives you a nice 15-minute breakdown of the characters and events in the first game so you won't feel too lost. However, despite this, I couldn't help but feel like the reintroduction to this world was a little weak during the first act of this game. What was Adam doing immediately after the first event? How did he end up working with this task force? What other missions had he been on? How exactly did the sudden flip between the rich and the poor work? I'd rather have played in that moment. There's also this odd disconnect between your actions in the game and what's going on in the story. Everyone's a fucking dick to you, presumably because you're an AUG, and if you end up giving into your dark side, there's really no repercussions.
So, my friend...
Whoops! 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 Whoops!
Milena, I've got an update on your friend Dragomir.
I've seen Drahomir pretend to be many things. My friend was never one of them.
It's been taken care of. He's not gonna be a problem.
God, I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad you did.
The game really doesn't give a shit if you murder police, even if you're technically the police yourself. It's just weird feeling, and sometimes it breaks a bit of the immersion.
Fuck it! You try to take my life, I'll take yours.
Why would you take
Look,
those
there!
lives?
It's them!
Come on! Now! What did that guy do to you?
He's in the wrong place at the wrong time, Joe.
It's also pretty funny to throw shit at people and see how they react or don't react.
Why are you gonna hit a chick?
Hey, what's up, Sheila?
You gotta help
You alright, Sheila?
She's next week.
She's my next door neighbor. Sheila, it's a little game we play called Throw the Trash Can. She's just not feeling well today. That's why she's not doing it.
She's mad because that's her trash can.
also-
She has to go get it.
I also play the same game with Richard over there. Richard, catch! God damn it, Richard!
However, my greatest issue with Mankind Divided is its weak story. You see, it feels as if the stakes here are much, much lower. Now, yes, there's a new terrorist attack won, seemingly by an augmented rights group fed up with how the Augs are being treated, and soon Adam discovers signs of far more complicated web being weaved by some group behind the scenes, which involves politics, money, power, misdirection, and various sides of a very moral gray conflict between groups of people and interests. However, this revelation just feels minuscule in the grand scheme of things, and before you know it, the game just ends!
Join the online discussion and let us know what you think.
Wait, what? No. No. What the fuck?
It's over! It's as if the game was just cut in half and the second part just repackaged. It's very clear that Square Enix wants multiple games in a new trilogy, and unfortunately what story we get here is absolutely cut short and a lot less compelling when compared to the first game. Even Adam Jensen's new boss, Jim Miller, who he suspects may not be telling the entire truth, he just falls flat. None of the supporting cast or villains are very interesting or memorable. It also doesn't help that the lip syncing in the game is just awful at times.
What exactly makes these Augs so different from my other ones?
They look like experiments, is what? Loose wiring everywhere, man. It's like half of you is untested, unfinished, unbelievable. It's beautiful, is what it is.
I was pulled out of the ocean and put in some facility in Alaska to recover. There's a few months there that the more I try to remember, the blurrier it gets.
As a result, Mankind Divided feels far shorter than Human Revolution. Now that sounds bad, but instead what Mankind Divided does really, really well, and why it's being positively received, is it has refined its gameplay to a high polish. There are different legitimate ways to approach missions. It's got some of the best stealth gameplay. You could go heavy tech and hacking mini games. You could go lethal or non-lethal. You go through the entire game without killing even the bosses, which wasn't possible in the first game. There are alternate ways to take them all out, even if some of them feel hilarious, like a magical kill switch for the final boss that I found under some random desk. I'm not fucking joking. This dude has a kill switch which he must have misplaced.
Now show yourself!
I'm right here, Victor.
You have made the right choice, brother. Why should so many die so loudly when a far more subtle message can be sent to achieve my mission? I only need Brown and his guest to die. And now, you!
We can avoid another unnecessary tragedy. Isn't that what you said? I will give you the kill switch. If you surrender now, you'll spend the rest of your days in prison. But the hold your masters have over you will have ended.
Oh, where did you find that? Been looking all over for that. I think I lost it when I went parasailing or something. Fuck. Please, don't press that button, alright? This is not even real, look. It's lipstick. Lipstick, okay?
Joe, I never asked for this.
I'll give you whatever you want, alright? That is what keeps me alive. Why do I have it? I don't know.
Stop talking.
Fuck!
No, don't you make me do this.
I'm a soldier, brother. So I'm gonna kill everybody anyways.
Huh? Ah! Ah!
Oh, you son of a bitch. You pressed the button. And you found that? In a fucking box? In a random desk? Oh, God, you're killing me. That's so stupid.
The level designs are superb and so much fun to play around in. That's why the game is fun. There's more verticality, vents to crawl through, hidden areas to access, items to craft using that crafting system. It is legitimately fun to explore the levels, gather items, and make your own path.
What kind of billboard is this? Oh, shit! This billboard is dangerous.
And it all helps make this world feel alive. The hub locations in Prague, the city, the train system, the dynamic NPC reactions, and random really nice dialogue are all well done and improve the atmosphere of this game.
Left.
Can get all of this and more tonight.
No, I don't want. Why do you keep going back to that?
He's
I want
talking
to
to
see
you.
the T-Rex.
The notorious red light district and bring
Whoa!
What?
Can I get a job? Asking for a job. That is amazing. I want.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
You want a little taste, huh?
A little taste?
That's what he says.
It's also discovered in gameplay that there are far more experimental and high-tech augments hidden inside Adam Jensen, which his Dr. Friend helps uncover. This creates a new mechanic where you must manage your power drain to enable these new abilities while sacrificing some old ones. And these abilities are awesome. You have the launchable blades, you've got the remote hacking, which is invaluable, and Icarus Dash, bunch of really cool stuff.
Shit.
Fuck your house!
But to get these things, you'll need skill points. Now, you get skill points as you play the game, and if you want more skill points, you can always buy them with the in-game microtransactions.
You're gonna fuck up your eyes even worse.
$1?
For a skill point, yeah.
for a skill point?
It gets worse though.
What do you mean it get worse?
Those are one-time use. So if you spend $10 and you get it out of your storage, you can never use it on another save. Or another character, or another playthrough.
Yeah, you heard that right. There are in-app purchases in a single-player game where you already spend $60 or $100 on the collector's edition. Yeah, you can level your character faster if you are flush with real cash. Square Enix's dirty attempt to find their own whales as if this is some kind of fucking mobile game, okay? It's insulting. And thankfully, I never felt too starved for Paraxis points. Maybe it was because I had the collector's edition of the game, which gave some extra skill points. Still, its inclusion really pissed me off if you're paying that much for a game and you see this shit. And other than Jim Sterling, I barely saw any games press or any reviews talk about its underhanded inclusion and its implications for the future of AAA games.
Because this is the kind of stuff that is going to fuck gaming. I'm telling you, mobile gaming is garbage. I mean, and then everybody has learned to accept it on mobile gaming. Well, I don't accept it. I don't accept it.
If there's no mess started about it and people just accept this as normal, then we will see this sort of in-app purchases pop up in all of our Square Enix AAA games. Yeah, you can expect them in Final Fantasy 15, Kingdom Hearts 3. That shit is really gonna piss you off. And if it's not balanced to make those skill points attractive to buy now, oh, Joe, you don't have to buy them. Trust me, as more and more companies do this, it will be.
I'm not afraid.
You will be.
You will be.
And it's for that reason that I can't make a personal recommendation to go out and buy this game. And I feel the developers didn't even want this in the game, but it's still there. It was put in by the publisher. Anyways, in what feels like a bit of a consolation and an acknowledgement of that, the game also supports 2 additional modes that were wholly unexpected. Adam's stories, which are like mini missions, additional side missions, so to speak, that could potentially spoil the main storyline, but which give greater context to certain bits. And no doubt this will be used as a vehicle for more DLC for players to buy later in these mini stories. It's another kind of feel bad, as it puzzles me why this initial mission and likely some of the upcoming DLC for it couldn't have been included in the main game, since the main game is so short. And finally, there's the other one, Breach, this gameplay mode, which is essentially a virtual world where players jack into and play with a new customizable avatar. They try to get high scores and complete various challenges. But both of these modes they're fun additions, okay? And they add a bit more value where it would have been missing. But honestly, I would have preferred a more interesting story with a far better ending. As this game just ends, it cares more about setting up the next game and few games than it does with providing a satisfying conclusion to this one. The final verdict for Deus Ex Mankind Divided is, for me, it could be a 7 out of 10. The weak first half, the god-awful ending, which is not even an ending, the insulting one-time use microtransactions, which I despise and can be a serious danger in the future, even if it doesn't affect gameplay in this current iteration. They're gonna use that and turn that dial more and more if you don't say anything and if you don't find any problems with it. Yes, overall, it's a successful return to this world that I enjoyed so much the first time around. But for future titles, far more meat needs to be added to the storyline and that main quest journey. Instead, now, we have to keep an eagle eye on how Square Enix intends to handle these in-app purchases in our full-price games from here on out. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Alright, stand over there. I'm gonna throw a cardboard box at your face.
Wait, why?
Because that's what
Is this what you called me over for?
Yeah.
To throw a box? You son of a bitch! Get pumped! Get pumped!
Alright, you ready?
So not face, right? not face?
I'm trying.
Okay, but you don't...
Put your gun out a little in front of you. At all. That's the hard
I'm gonna try not to laugh.
God damn it, we've already fucked it up. I know this.
Yeah. Okay.
Or just look around.
I was just waiting for it. I think it's gonna hit me.
Okay, come on. I shouldn't have told you about it.
I know.
I should have just...
Surprise! I was like, what the fuck?
Alright, let's go. I'm sorry.
That was you!
I didn't... Okay.
Multi-tool charge depleted. Technology recharge. Life support power